On the surface, it's a show about a serious actor eking out a living as an extra.
We'll get out before that fat little extra gets his face in.
In reality, it's a show about embarrassment and humiliation. Like a family dinner, except you get to laugh. Extras is Ricky Gervais's 2006 follow-up to The Office, which we have to clarify is the UK Office, not the American one. But this is about extras, and there's no US version of Extras yet. Gervais is Andy Millman, a middle-aged aspiring actor who's getting by as an extra on film and TV. He's getting nowhere fast and frustrated by his lack of career progress.
Andy Millman worked at the NatWest in Wokingham. Andy left this comfortable, adequately paid job to try and become an actor, despite his age, weight and looks.
His best friend, Maggie, is also trying to be an actress and toiling away in the thankless world of background artistes and walk-ons and other ways of describing people who are basically set dressing.
He owns his own house, doesn't have to pay a mortgage, so he can afford to live on a pittance.
But I don't live on a pittance, so do I?
The thing is, Maggie is a bit of a ditz, a clueless romantic and unable to filter herself.
I don't happen to know the intricate differences between Japanese and Chinese people.
Well, there's a thing that they teach you at school.
No.
While Andy is self-obsessed and a fairly obnoxious person, always trying to get to a place where he is better than others. Though this is something that will come into play from the second season.
Ooh. See you later.
Extras, being a co-production between the BBC and HBO, has some additional star power and the big-name celebrities appearing as parodies of themselves.
Lord of the Rings. Little Peter Jackson comes from New Zealand, says to me, Sir Ian, I want you to be Gandalf the Wizard. And I say to him, you are aware that I am not really a wizard.
Often as the stars of TV and movie productions where Andy and Maggie are working in the background. The first season alone has Ben Stiller directing a serious drama and being unable not to bring up the box office returns of his successful films.
500 million worldwide. #1 movie in India right now.
Kate Winslet offering advice to Maggie on phone sex.
I'd love it if you stuck your Willy Wonka between my Oompa Loompas, something a bit fun.
Or Daniel Radcliffe, at the time still midway through his stint as Harry Potter, playing a horny teenager trying to show off.
Can I have my Johnny back? May I have my Johnny back?
Ricky Gervais's creative partner on The Office, Stephen Marchant, both co-wrote and co-directed Extras with Gervais, and in this series, Marchant almost steals the show in his appearances as Andy's idiot agent, Darren.
Are you sure you want to be an actor? You're giving it 5 years, nothing's come in. Maybe it's time to just throw in the towel.
Possibly the most mercilessly useless character ever depicted on screen. Marchant is backed up by another of his clients, Sean, aka Barry from EastEnders. The only person more pitiful than Darren.
Because he's got his dignity.
Another recurring character is SHAUN PYE's Greg, and often appears just to lord it over Andy that he has a slightly better role.
Seriously, how do you survive?
Don't worry about it, really.
Digging into the savings?
Not really.
Most episodes of the first season involve Andy or Maggie trying to get lines on their film sets.
Got your gift.
Or strike up a relationship with someone. And invariably, things fall apart because Andy and Maggie have a habit of saying things they shouldn't.
No, I hadn't. Of course, a big clumpy one.
Don't say clumpy.
He's like a big Herman monster.
Oh.
Though, more often than not, it's Maggie repeating publicly something that Andy has said to her in confidence.
You might find you might want to just tone it down a little bit.
It's a comedy where it's watching the main characters dig themselves into a hole socially and then watching them squirm. It's cringe comedy at its finest.
I love you in the play.
These characters' constant and ritual humiliation is a joy to watch. It's not limited to just the main actors. Sometimes the celebrity guest stars are happy to join in and play a morbidly exaggerated parody of their public image.
I would never pay for a prostitute to look like that. No way.
Right.
What if she wasn't a prostitute? What if she was just a slut, so it was free?
Yeah, I still could do better though.
Though some of the guests in the first season are only known in the UK, and so those episodes are a little less accessible than those featuring the Hollywood stars.
Would you rather be you, with your face and your legs, and the brain of a chimpanzee?
Brilliant.
By the end of the first season, Andy has found himself working as an extra on a film starring Sir Patrick Stewart. And during the awkward conversation where Patrick Stewart outlines a script he's working on,
Beckham and then Posh Spice walks in and...
Her clothes fall off?
Instantly.
Sure.
the star agrees to forward Andy's sitcom script to colleagues. And with that, the BBC are interested in the script and want to produce it. though Andy's joy at finally getting somewhere would soon be tempered.
So, just to recap, come in, not smiling because you're sad because you just buried your sister. Don't look at the camera and stand on that mark so we can see you on the telly. Okay?
Yes, I've got my own place.
Oh, because you were renting before. That got your little council place behind Londis.
Yeah. I'm still there.
Season 2 saw Maggie continuing as a film extra, but Andy's BBC sitcom being shaped and changed by the BBC producers into a crass, lowest common denominator series full of catchphrases, silly wigs, and over-the-top acting.
Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh?
His sitcom becomes a huge hit, but a hit with idiots.
Just do the catchphrase. Okay.
You having a laugh?
Do it properly.
You having a laugh? Is he having a laugh?
As far as the rest of the industry is concerned, Andy is an interloper and an unfunny joke.
Have you considered doing something without a laughter track? I think they're considered rather old-fashioned these days. You know, if you want to pick up one of these old gongs.
Exemplified by Andy and his friends going to an exclusive bar for stars, and Andy suffering the indignity of being ejected from the VIP area when someone more famous arrives. This is topped off by one of the funniest and most iconic scenes from Extras, David Bowie writing a song based on his first impressions of Andy.
He's so depressed at being hated. Fatty takes his own life. Fatso.
Fatso, I like that.
Yeah, let's go with Fatso.
You can't help but feel for Andy in his humiliation, but also wait to see how his lies catch up with him, or how Maggie's inability to understand always makes the situation worse.
How many got?
Did he ask you to come over and say that?
I don't know.
You are meant to root for Andy, but he's still full of prejudices and a natural lack of empathy.
Why have you been pretending to be a Catholic?
Because it does no harm.
Extras culminates in a final special episode where Andy abruptly walks away from his hit show and changes agents, only to find that nobody wants him for anything serious. Even appearing as a monster in Doctor Who is seen by Andy as beneath him, though after a few months of the phone not ringing, he agrees to do so. It all ends with Andy agreeing to do Celebrity Big Brother, a wicked attack on the sort of D-list celebrities such programs manage to attract. The other so-called celebrity contestants include a woman who became a glamour model after her sex tape leaked, to a mother whose child was murdered and she just wants to keep her profile high.
I would love to have been a doctor. Too hard. Didn't want to put the work in. So I go, oh, it's what I do. And I have someone bollocked if my cappuccino's cold.
In the end, Andy finds that his friend Maggie was right.
You're never going to be happy. No matter how successful you are, you'll never be famous enough.
I'm so sorry.
I've been waiting to hear that, mate.
And he walks away from show business since he realises it would never make him happy. Extras is often poignant, but stops short of turning into a dramedy. You can say it's a comment on the drive for fame, or you can think of it as a comedy based on the extreme discomfort of its characters. Do you feel ashamed for sharing some of Andy's views and wishes? Do you feel like crawling up in a ball after seeing Maggie's struggles?
I will make it so. You're not married, you haven't got a girlfriend, and you've never watched Star Trek?
No.
Good Lord.
Will we ever see anything as brilliant as Extras again? I fucking hope so. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment below, or check out some of our other videos.